Oh. Okay, so we're getting started. We're going to go ahead and get started. Who can raise their hand and tell me what was the main topic of our lesson yesterday that good old Earth taught us? Russell, what was the main topic of our lesson?
Garbage and garbage.
Garbage, that's right. Garbage is a part of our Earth. Is it good for our Earth or can it be harmful? Landon?
I think that it's good for the earth.
Some garbage is good for the Earth. For example, if you were to put a banana peel or food back into the Earth, it makes the soil rich. But things like paper and plastic are not good to put back into the Earth. Also, things that contained hazardous chemicals, like a plastic gas can be harmful to the Earth because it can get into our water supply, which isn't good for us. Well, today we're gonna start a lesson called Reduce.
Excuse me, Miss Gates.
Yes.
At the end of class, can I show and tell something since I missed show and tell?
Yeah. Okay. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's do our KWL chart. Hold on a minute. This isn't the right one. Wait a minute. So yesterday's lesson was garbage. Today's lesson is natural resources. So let's fill out our KWL chart. What do we know about the Earth? What do we know about the Earth? Are we?
I know about the earth that
What three things is the Earth made up of?
water, air, and
Land.
Land, yeah, water and land.
What else did we learn or know about our Earth? Thank you, Army. Smriti?
That if we put a special kind of trash in it, it can't be good for the earth.
Not all garbage is good for our Earth. Let me write that down. Not all garbage is good. Okay. What do we wonder? What's a question that we have about our Earth? What do we wonder about the Earth? What do we wonder? Nicole?
I wonder why does the earth, the model of Earth has a lot of water and land, but we in our life we don't have that many water and we have a lot of land.
Okay, why is the Earth made up of mostly water? Why is the Earth made of mostly water? All right. What else do you wonder? Ryan?
How old is the Earth? And I have to. What if a fire tornado comes and what will the Earth be like? I have 2 questions.
Okay, so the first one is how old is Earth? And what was your second question?
How long will another tornado come? That's my other question.
Oh, about the tornadoes. How does it create them? Okay. Anyone have any other questions about the Earth? Landon?
How does the Earth make water?
Okay, how does it make water? Anya, what's your question?
Why is there more water than land?
Yep, we have that. Why is the Earth made mostly of water? Estelle?
Does anything hurt the Earth? Like tornadoes
Oh,
or thunder?
can storms hurt the Earth? Can storms hurt Earth? Okay. So that's our questions. So we know the Earth is made up of water, air, and land. We know not all garbage is good for the Earth. We want to know, why is the Earth made up mostly of water? How old is Earth? And can storms hurt the Earth? At the end of our lesson, we'll fill out what we've learned. Here are some vocabulary words we're going to hear about in our lesson. The first one is natural resources. You have heard the phrase natural resources when good old Earth said natural resources are not made by people. Natural resources are part of me, the good old Earth. So natural resources are things that come from the Earth. Like, it comes from the Earth's land, water, or air. And it's very important and useful for people. Natural resources itself, they're not man-made or made by people. Here are some examples of natural resources. Water. This is coal. Coal, like on a barbecue grill, you use coal to light it. Wood is a natural resource. Dirt or soil. Oil that we use in our cars and in our homes, that's a natural resource. And fish or aquatic life. This is the second time you will hear, okay. So, natural resources are a big part of our Earth. Our main topic of the Read Aloud is Good Old Earth will teach you about natural resources and the different ways people use them. So we're going to learn about these natural resources and the different ways we use them. Let me go ahead and put on my hat to become the narrator. Good old Earth. Okay. Hang on, Smriti. I'll answer your question at the end. Hi, it's me, Good Old Earth here, to tell you more about myself. I always like to start by showing you a picture of me, just to remind you of how beautiful and magnificent, or very lovely and pretty I am. Last time I told you I was made up of 3 things. Do you remember what they are? Smriti?
Land, water, and air. And I also have a question.
What's your question?
I can answer how tornadoes are made. There's too much air, and if this goes together, that makes a tornado.
Very good. Today I'm back to tell you more about how I'm made to take care of you. Many things that people need in order to live happy, healthy lives are available right here on my surface. When something is available, that means it's there and we can use it. For example, if you are doing art and no one is using the green marker is available for someone to use. The things that are available on me, Earth, to take care of you are called natural resources. Let's talk more about the natural resources that I have available to take care of you. Remember, natural resources are not made by people. Natural resources are a part of me, good old Earth. Natural resources are things you can find in nature, outside, underground, underwater, or even in the sky. There are 2 natural resources in this picture. Can you guess what they are? Carolyn?
Water and land.
Water and wood. Very good. Water and trees are 2 examples of natural resources that are very important to people. As I just said, one natural resource is water. Of course, one way we use water is to drink it as it is. The other things we drink, such as juice, soda, and tea, also contain water. Water is also used as a resource in other ways, not just for drinking. We use water for, what else do we use water for? Other than drinking. Ryan?
We use water to clean our face or other parts of our body.
Yes, for bathing or taking a bath or a shower. Excellent. What else do we use water for? Estelle?
To play with, because on summer, my dad put on a sprinkler and I started dancing in it.
Well, that's true. We use it to play with. We use it for watering our gardens, brushing our teeth, cooking, and even washing our dishes. Trees are natural resources too. This picture shows just a few things that come from or are made out of trees. Since trees have wood, we use it as a resource to make all sorts of things. For example, we use wood to make houses, furniture, pencils, baseball bats, and many, many other things. Paper is also made from trees. Everything made out of paper comes from trees. For example, your notebook, napkins, cereal boxes, cardboard boxes from Amazon, and the posters on your wall are all made from paper, which comes from trees. This is tire, it's rubber, it's from a rubber tree. This is soap, it contains from trees. Chocolate's from the cocoa tree. Paper comes from trees. Maple syrup comes from trees. Apples, nuts can come from trees. This is a pretty picture of trees, but I actually wanted to point out something else. The blue sky above the trees. Trees are also an important resource because of their connection to another natural resource in the sky. Air. You can't see air, but it is all around you and everything else on Earth. Trees help keep the air clean and fresh for you to breathe. Remember, trees provide oxygen, and without oxygen, we can't breathe.
But Mrs. Case, the stairs is really cold. You can see your breath. The breath is here, so you can see your. It's cold enough.
That is true. Russell brought up a good point. The air in your body is warm. It's 98 degrees. And if it's very cold outside and you blow out air, it looks like steam because the warm air meets the cold air, and you can see that. Very good. Okay, all plants help clean the air, but trees are the biggest and best air cleaners. They take in dirty air and put out nice, fresh oxygen, which your body needs to breathe and stay alive. The more trees there are, the cleaner the air will be. I just told you about two really important resources, water and trees, but I have more natural resources to tell you about. This picture was taken on a farm. What do you see in the picture? What do you see? Landon?
It looks like crops.
Yeah, crops that are being grown in soil. You can call it dirt, but farmers call it soil. Soil is a natural resource, and it's where farmers plant their crops. You're exactly right, Landon. Soil is made up partly of the decayed or rotten parts of dead plants and creatures. We talked about that yesterday. These decayed things have nutrients that help the soil be better places for crops to grow. Without soil, you wouldn't have fruits or vegetables. Here is a school of fish. A school is a group of fish. What other kinds of schools do you know about? Maybe the one I'm in right now? Fish are an important natural resource too. Some people and animals eat fish. Fish are rich with nutrients and good healthy fats. These two natural resources might not look familiar to you. You might not have ever seen them before, or you might not know what they are. The one on the left is called coal, and the one on the right is called oil. Coal and oil are natural resources that come from inside of me, the earth, not from my surface like trees and soil. Coal and oil are used in many ways. For example, coal and oil can be used to make energy to heat up or cool down buildings, such as our school or your house. Coal and oil can be used to make electricity so our lights will turn on. Coal and oil can also make our cars run and trains move. Now you have seen some natural resources that are available on me, good old Earth. My natural resources help take care of you in many, many ways. And I hope you appreciate all the natural resources from my land, water, and air. But did you know that they might not last forever? For example, if we cut down too many trees without planting new trees, there might not be enough trees to provide oxygen that many living things need. Or if you leave the lights on when you're not in a room, it will use too much coal and oil, and it won't be available to make electricity anymore if we use it all. Using natural resources unwisely can hurt me and hurt others too. That's why over the next several days, I'll teach you how to conserve these natural resources, to protect my natural resources and use them very carefully so that you can help take care of me, good old Earth. Okay. What is the main topic of our lesson? What was our lesson mainly about? Are we?
It was all about the Earth.
Not just the Earth. What about the Earth? Natural
Natural nutrients.
resources.
Resources.
Let's say that 3 times. Let's go back to the picture of all the natural resources and we'll all say it together. Natural resources. Natural resources. Natural resources. What is a natural resource? What is a natural resource? Ryan?
It is not made by people. It is made by us.
You're exactly right. It comes from me, the Earth. It is not made by people. Very good. What are some examples of natural resources? You can look behind me in the picture if you need help. Carolyn, tell me an example of a natural resource.
Oil.
Oil. Very good. What else?
And dirt.
Soil. Oil and soil. Hey, they rhyme. Landon, tell me another natural resource.
Wood.
Wood is a natural resource, or trees. Also, fish, coal, and water. Those are all natural resources. How do people use natural resources? What do we use these natural resources for? Anya?
We use it for like cooking, for like oil. We use oil for stuff.
Very good. We can use oil for cooking. We can also use it to heat up our houses and buildings or cool them down. You can use coal the same way. Is coal found inside the earth, coal and oil, or is it on the surface? Russell?
Insiders.
Yeah, coal is found inside the earth, but trees, water, fish, those things are found on the earth's surface, soil. They're on the surface. Very good. Let's fill in our learn section in our KWL chart. Who can raise their hand and tell me something they learned in this lesson? Nicole?
Natural resources.
You learned what natural resources were.
I have a really thing good to tell you. Like this is the only thing that I can remember, and it's so fun. And I want to know why. How do like paper made
How they make paper from trees?
natural resources?
Yeah. Okay, and we learned about the different natural resources. What else did we learn? Let me call on a friend. Adeline, what's something you learned from today's lesson?
I learned that oil is important to the trees.
Well, oil isn't necessarily important to the trees, but it is a natural resource like the trees, and that's important. All natural resources are important to the earth, and it's important that we don't use all our natural resources. I'm going to put that down. Do not, I'm going to put those with capital letters, use all resources. Because if we do, we're not going to be able to heat our homes. But there's good news. Scientists have figured out a way how we can reuse some of the things we already have so we don't use all of our resources. All right, so just to recap, we said that we knew that the earth is made up of water, air, and land, and we learned that not all garbage is good for our earth. We want to know, why is the earth made up of mostly water? Did we learn that in this lesson? No, but we learned that water is important because it's a natural resource. That might be a reason why it's made up so much of water. How old is the earth? We didn't learn that. And can storms hurt the earth? Well, we kind of learned that because we learned that trees are a natural resource. So if trees are knocked down in a storm, can that be hurtful to the earth? Yeah, because we need our trees. So I would say yes, storms could be hurtful to the earth. And on this lesson, we learned about natural resources. There are lots of different types of natural resources, and it's very important that we do not use or waste our natural resources because there's only so much the earth can hold. Very good, friends. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon and learning with me. If you would like to stay on
This is Kids on
and
TV.